Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. We are extremely pleased that we are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Co-creating at its best, really. Yes? You're knowing what you're wanting? Really? You are enjoying the expansion of your desire. You are appreciating how the variety that surrounds you helps you to focus your desire into place. You realize that once desire is focused into place, it is a vibrational reality that soon on the heels becomes a manifested reality. Are you beginning to feel the close proximity between the launching of your desires and the absolute realization of them, the full-blown manifestation of them? Or are your dreams still sort of a wish or a hope or a pipe dream? Have you been able to feel the closeness of what you give birth to as you sift through contrast? And as you put this rocket of desire into your vibrational reality, into what we are lovingly calling your vortex of creation, are you beginning to recognize that once that's done, once you put the answer to your question there, or the solution to your problem there, or the expansion to your dreams there, that once you put it there, once life helps you put it there, that it's a done deal? Do you know that? Not so much. But we know it. We know that when a problem arises, that the solution does too. In fact, an equivalent solution to an equivalent problem. So it doesn't matter how you're mixing it up or what you're launching into your vortex. You understand this vortex? It's a little odd initially and conceptually, but it is our desire today to help you to understand this conceptual idea of this vortex until it becomes a reality that you feel in your belly, because we want you to return to the creative genius that you were born to be, that you were on the day that you were born. We want to help you to release some of the things that you've picked up along your physical trail that are causing resistance or hindrance to your full realization of the creative power that you hold. It's an interesting thing, we know. It's a bit odd to play with us. There's this man who calls his wife Abraham. That in and of itself has to be odd. We've noticed you're not trying to explain it to so many. And this woman must be a split personality, because she continually refers to herself as we. And she draws a big circle on the floor and calls it a vortex and tells you you should go there. So we know that conceptually you get it, but it is our desire today that you don't just conceptually understand it, that it's not just an idea that sort of kind of makes sense, but instead it's something that you remember, because we promise you that the larger part of you knows it. And this physical part of you will remember it here today, because you're already in the proximity, and we're going to lure you into the vortex, where you will remember fully. Before you came into these physical bodies, you were non-physical energy. And many of you understand that, or at least want to. You accept that there must be something before and after, because as brilliant as you are, humans, geniuses, you have not managed to scrape enough dirt together to launch another planet into orbit. And so you know that there is a bigger thing that is going on. We don't need to tell you about law of attraction. Law of attraction is like the law of gravity. You can't turn it off, and it is always responding to everything you've got going on vibrationally. It is responding to what you've got going on. It equals your point of attraction. In other words, law of attraction is responding to what you've got going on. So for a while we've been explaining to you that as contrast causes you to know what you want more clearly, and always in the beginning of that knowing what you want, because the contrast has given birth to it, you're not vibrationally up to speed with it, there is this vibrational gap that's going on because law of attraction is now responding to your inner being who is in the vortex, who is lining up all of the cooperative components big time in order to assist you in the full manifestation and realization of everything that you want. And here you are, having whatever thoughts and beliefs and expectations that you had usually before you launched the desire. So there is this sort of duality going on where law of attraction is responding to both parts of you. The in the vortex part of you and the potentially not in the vortex part of you. So you've got this sort of split going on often that feels like frustration or overwhelmment that now it is your job to do something about. And that's why we talk to you all day, every day about the art of allowing, about assessing the vibrational difference between who you have actually become. Are you getting what we mean? Do you believe that when you launch a rocket that your inner being actually embraces it and becomes it? Do you know that when you're sick, vibrationally you're weller? That when you don't have enough of something, that vibrationally you have more of it? That when you're confused, vibrationally you're clearer? In other words, this is the way this dynamic universe and the evolution of all species occurs. So there is this vibrational part of you who is calling you home, calling you home, calling you home. And we want to say to you, you're going. The question is, are you going willingly? Because if you relax into it, if you just let go, if you just acknowledge you've done the work, the isness of the vibrational reality is in place. The cooperative components have already been assembled. They will show you amazing things. You will defy the logic of all kinds of people as this vortex does its work. The question is, where are you in vibrational relationship to it? So we've been talking about this for a while, and many of you have been hearing us for a while. Esther certainly has been hearing it for a long while. And she said to Jerry the other day, you know, it's interesting how in all of this that I've been hearing, I realize that I've still been counting on my action for far more than I meant to. Because in many cases, I don't really have to line up with my vortex because I've got people who can just bang it into place. I'll just call someone and say, this is out of whack. Can you take care of it? And they do. They're really good at wrestling things to the ground. But in the process of that, Esther realizes that she doesn't move her vibration. She just calls someone and they wrestle something else to the ground. And then she realizes that sometimes she can create more brush fires than she has brush fire putter-outers. And then a sort of clarity is beginning to occur to many of you. We've been talking about this vortex. You get it, don't you? Conceptually, it's an idea that you can wrap your thoughts around. And we've been letting you know that there is potentially a vibrational gap between who you really are, which is the done deal, the vibrational doneness, it's done, it's done, it's done, and what you have so far allowed to manifest because of what's going on vibrationally. And Esther said to Jerry the other day, you know, I realize that I've loved the idea of the vortex and I have wanted to be in it as much as I can. So I have been approaching my reality by trying to think the thoughts that make me align with my vortex. Makes sense. Look for things to appreciate. Look for things to bask about. If I find myself feeling negative about something, pivot from it. Say to myself, I know what I don't want. What is it that I do want? Which is a logical approach to lining up with your vortex. But Esther said, this last week or so, it has flipped for me because now I get it that if I let the vortex and what it means and how it feels be all that I'm thinking about, then in establishing my relationship with the vortex, and every day I'm in it, many times, if I milk my vortex when I'm in it, if I keep it going when I'm there, if I find myself on a happy thought and I rampage it longer, if I let my vortex be my undivided intention, if I let my vortex be what I'm reaching for, I now get it, she said, that my vortex affects my manifestation. It's a different way of approaching it. In other words, what we want you to gather as a result of the conversation that we're having here today, and as a result of what's going to go on in your lives in the next hours and days and weeks, as a result of what you pick up from this leading edge conversation, what you're going to come to know is that you have complete control over every manifestation that happens in your life if you approach it from inside the vortex. For example, so something happens. Maybe someone walks into your experience and they don't jive with you in the way you would like them to. They're annoying in some way, or they're unknowledgeable in some way, or they're belligerent in some way. They're abusing someone in some way. It doesn't matter. You witnessed it and you're having a knee-jerk response to it. And as you're having this negative emotion, the reason you're having the negative emotion is because you're responding to it in the way that you are. And if you feel negative emotion, it means that your inner being is responding to it in an entirely different way. In other words, what you're feeling isn't about what you've witnessed. It's about your relationship with the larger part of you who's having a different experience. Can you hear that? Because who you really are is loving this obnoxious person, even though you are not. And so the rift that you've got going on is the separation is too strong a word between who you really are and who you're being. So that's a manifestation that happened. This is the thing that we want you to realize. That person walked into your life and you experienced that manifestation. When we talk about manifestations, we know you think we're talking about cars and empires and legacies and books and relationships and all those pinnacle sort of things that you have been thinking of in terms of goals that you're reaching for. But we want you to understand that what manifestations are, what we really mean by manifestation is what's happening now. This is a manifestation. This room, these lights, these screens, this sound, this people, this global audience. This is a manifestation that's happening right here and now. Your relationship with your chair, your relationship with the people you're sitting next to. This is a manifestation. It's happening now. Manifestation. Everything that is happening around you is a manifestation that is evidence of one thing and one thing only: your relationship with your vortex. Your relationship with your vortex. So the fact that this annoying person is there, or this belligerent person is there, is your manifestation, which is simply reflecting back to you your relationship with your vortex. That's all. And that's what's so interesting. And when that happens, those who know you will say, what's up with that one? That happy one? That joyful one? That one with the best timing I have ever seen? That one who has a constant stream of unfolding, of expansion and alignment. That one who has the most dynamic life that is ever imaginable. That one who keeps finding new ways to expand and feels their way into alignment with the expansion for continual renewal, for continual becoming. That's who you are. And that's why you came. So here you are in this physical body, exploring the variety, and what magnificent variety it is. So many different desires, so many different beliefs, so many different vantage points, so many different perspectives, all mixing it up together, making a much better, more dynamic, more eternally flowing whole. And so, as you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, and you continually launch these vibrational rockets. Everything that manifests precedes you vibrationally. Everything. So when we talk about this rocket of desire, this is no small thing we're talking about. We're talking about the birthing of your expansion. And the non-physical part of you, who remains non-physically focused, stands in readiness to receive that idea, that request, in the moment that you launch it, and embraces it fully, even more, becomes it fully, even more. When you ask, it is given. When you ask, you become it vibrationally. And the larger part of you becomes what you've asked for. So then, every emotion that you feel, every emotion that you or anyone feels, is giving you feedback about your current, in this moment of the feeling, relationship with this expansion that has just taken place. So you are a constantly amended, becoming, expanding, eternal being. And here you are, moving around in your physical body, keeping up with it or not, keeping up with it or not, when you're keeping up with it or moving in the direction of it, you feel well-being, you feel a sense of comfort,